right now.
And we're live here. It's funny. Every time somebody says we're live, 3, 2, 1, action. What's up, Edwin? How's it going, everyone, today? What's up, man? How you looking out there? I know you've been trying to get some stuff done up there, shoveling the driveway. What else is going
on? Been crazy, man. Weather everywhere, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Well, hey, whatever. If you guys might be joining us, I hope it's warm where you are, but it's definitely not where I mean, guys been kind of scoreboarding me every day up there in Colorado. I'm in Texas, and I'm bragging, complaining or bragging. I don't know what it is about my 12 degree or 7 degree wind chill, but it's really 20. And he just holds up his phone and it says 2. How do you even track 2 degrees? So we've been having some fun talking about weather back and forth. And in Texas, if it snows even a little bit, that shuts the whole state down. So we've been slipping around here, dude, and I appreciate everybody jumping on this morning. What a great time to jump on, right, Kent?
Yep. 1 degree.
1 degree. There you go. 1 degree.
There it is.
Trying to get my slides pulled up here. It's 1. Hang on, let's get our slides going, guys, and we'll jump right in.
You could put that degree in your pocket. There's so few of them.
That's right.
That's right, man. Sure don't take long to add them up either.
20 degrees feels like t-shirt and short weather out here in Colorado, right? So, Thanks everybody for coming on today's Discover Shuffle, Discover LFI meeting. We're going to get a Discovery a little slideshow up here. Michael and Edwin are going to take it away. Guy and I will be around after to do a little bit of Q&A. So if you do have questions that pop up as we go along here today, please feel free to put those questions in the chat on the Zoom here. If you're watching from other streaming services, go on ahead and throw those in the comments as well, and we'll try and get those answered. We're so excited to share information with you about LFI and Shuffle, so we're going ahead and get started here. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
I think Shelly said she's got 70 in Vegas, so she's in good shape. She can send me a picture of that beautiful sunset. I was just out in Arizona. I love it out there. Hey, guys, if you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook, here inside the Zoom link, would love to engage with you. This is Shuffle. This is a discovery call, and what we like to do here is really talk about the product and what it does, and then again what it does for you, and some features and functions and benefits of it. And we're going to Edwin and I'll spend a few minutes doing that. And then we're going to jump into the opportunity of the affiliate program, which I think is very unique. It's unlike most affiliate programs because of the way Guy and ER have structured it. And just to tell you about the Shuffle card, what it's about, what it's done for me. I use it in all my companies. And I know you probably don't know a lot about me personally, but I definitely have some fun, get to work with a lot of cool people like Edwin. And he and I travel across the country training, leadership, sales training, culture, a mindset of a champion, but we also do other businesses that we have, and some brick and mortars, some virtual. But in this year, I have a construction company, and the Shuffle card, the way I used it, the unique way, and we'll talk about it as we get into some of these features, Edwin, but the unique way we were able to use it within 6 months last year. And one of the reasons I'm sitting here today, because I love it. It's like the pandemic business card. We were able to put in over 7 figures, 1.2 million in 6 months into that business because of the way we use Shuffle with our social media platforms, and the unique thing of knowing that it's a warm lead every time. And I was able to go after some of those customers. So we'll jump into what Shuffle is. And Edwin, I know it's a digital business card. I know you can kind of talk a little bit about it right now for me, I'll get it fired up from there.
Mr. Zig Ziglar taught me a wonderful lesson. He taught me many, but one of the things he said is, Edwin, an in-depth view always reveals more than a casual glance. What a profound statement. He was a master of saying more with less. And a casual glance would say, hey, it's a digital business card. And that's pretty cool if that's just all it is. So if this is your first time being introduced to Shuffle and you came to discover something, discover this first. It is actually much more than a digital business card. And you're going to discover in just a few minutes, it's actually priced like it was just a digital business card, but the value proposition is so much more. And as you see here on the iceberg, underneath the surface is really where so much more. So that in-depth look reveals that. So click that screen, Michael, and we'll kind of talk about some of the other things it is.
Yeah, and I really wanted to. I love that very first picture because when I saw Shuffle, it was a digital business card. It was given to me at a networking event by Kathy Inman, and I got excited about it. And I said, "Oh, I need that." And she goes, "What, this product? Yeah, it's a great product." And I said, "No. What technology is that? What did you just show me?" And I said, "Oh, it's just a business card." So I got it right away. I kind of put it on my phone, tucked it in my pocket, built a little Shuffle card, business card, shared it out a few times, and then I kind of let it go to the wayside. But as an entrepreneur and a small business owner, I was signing the checks, sweeping the floors, patting everybody on the back, firing. I was doing everything. And what we do is try to get customers. So we try to get these leads in our business, and then we facilitate those customers. Then we take care of them and move them in our little funnel to make money with them. And I couldn't hire a lot of people in certain businesses because the business model just doesn't justify it yet. It hadn't scaled. So what we do as owners, Edwin, and you know this better than anybody, we use ancillaries, just a bunch of little other service, like somebody to build my website, and they have to keep doing. We got a new product out. How do we launch that product? How do we run the funnel for that product? And this is what I was doing. I was paying for all these things, and when I look at it, this is a great visual for me because it was just like I was throwing money up, and I would pay $10 for this service, $49 for this service, $119 for my CRM system. This is monthly charges. And I don't realize, and it keeps hitting my, it keeps clicking my checking account. I'm like, what is this? I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, I was using that. I'm not using it now. So what I found out was with all this chaos, and then I started diving into Shuffle because of what we were facing and the different, like everybody else, the challenges. I needed something, one thing that I could use that would truly, truly let me be able to focus on something and let me look at it where I am most of my time. And that was Shuffle. And I ask people this all the time. What if you had one platform that that would work like a CRM system for you, that was simple, easy to use, and it would truly elevate your business and simplify your life? I just love that statement, what they've mashed up there with Elify, Edwin, because that's what it did for me. I was able to get rid of over those $1,000, a little over $1,000 of those little services I was using to supposedly run my business, and I would lose track of them, and I have to go to all these different apps and web services and ask my director of operations or ask my assistant to do things. Man, I took a deep breath. One platform, one app in the palm of my hand. It could work as a CRM, like a virtual assistant. It looks like our website. It is our website now. That was what Shuffle did for us. Made me lower the pressure. Confidence went way up.
Michael, we validate, we educate, or we validate. And when we talk about elevating your life or simplifying your life and elevating your business, I'm privileged to coach over 65 people around the country, and they're all business owners at some stage. Some are making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. They still have challenges. There's some people who are trying to just begin and grow their business. There's probably somewhere on the call now or later who can relate to what I just said. And they're all looking for exactly the same thing, right? They want to be able to control their own narrative as opposed to someone else. They want to become more efficient, right? They want to know that they get to do what they do best most often in their systems. And that's what you see in front of you. All of the things that I hear people articulating, they're trying to do in their business. I want to grow my business. I want to market my business. I want to organize my business. I want to organize my time. I want to create my brand. I want to grow my reputation. I want to be able to communicate in real time. I want to lead generate. All of these things are all done right here in this one application, one screen, one touch. So 65 people around the country validate that as I coach them day in and day out. And here it is right in front of you. You're able to do it all in one real time. And look at like the QR code and all of these things. This is the tool we need now and for the next 10 years of our business. And that's why Guy and ER and the development team are continuing to evolve this solution that's turnkey. Michael, it's also very affordable. So I'll pass that back to you with that, because you talked about all the money being spent out in all these various things. That goes to efficiency, goes to cost, but it also goes to our energy management. We're doing this, we're doing that. We can't finish one task because we got to jump to something else. And as we're accomplishing that, we go, oh my goodness, this part of my business is failing.
That's
Michael,
right.
how can we wrap all this up for them and let them know how they can have it today implemented inside their business?
That's very well put, Ian. What it comes down to is time. We need to be better managers of our time. And the way to do that is not jumping out of one app, getting into another, not going from one page to another, clicking, oh, I had it in my browser and I don't know where it is. Shuffle was able to give me all these things, measure, monitor, and track my business. I was spending over $1,000. I've been able to cut that way back now just because I'm using Shuffle. And you can't afford not to try this, in my opinion, because of the price point and what they've done with it and what they've made the price. The introductory deal, if you were to find Shuffle online, it'd be $20. The fact that you're here today, you get all these services. It's worth playing with, checking out, getting involved with Kathy Inman, because what they give you behind the scenes and support, I think is really powerful. The fact that they're on here right now today, Edwin, they're going to get it for $10. Whoever got you on this call, follow back up with that person, and then get involved and find out what it really looks like. Because I'm going to tell you something, just that QR code reader is why I call it the pandemic business card, because I have it on my phone, on my screensaver, and somebody scans that, boom, they're in it. Restaurants, lead tracking, they pop up, and I know who's in front of me. I know, so the verticals are endless. Every single person you talk to, no matter if they're real estate, they cut hair for a living, they're a restaurant person, they're an MLM, your team, for sure, if you're an MLM, needs this, because it tells you exactly when somebody's checking you out, checking your product out, and it taps you on the shoulder. This is the bottom line, what we're looking like here, Edwin. This is really cool, and you know this better than anybody. Shuffle 100% is great for any narrative, any business that we've looked at and gone to. But what really is powerful about Shuffle is what I said. It allows you to measure, monitor, and track, and it's relevant. Timing's everything. Guy in the ER, I've told them a lot, because they're smart guys, right? They're the smart guys in the room. We all know that. And I tell them it's better to be lucky than good. They are good and lucky. This is what happened. This right here, to me, Edwin, was the money shot. Because if you look at this graph, this is commerce. That's brick and mortar. You saw what happened and what that looked like since the 2000s. E-commerce came along and just took it over. When 2017, it was a big crossover right there. It took it over. But I want you to look at the very bottom one. This is what's really telling to me. When and this is when Shuffle kind of came out too in 2017. But all mobile consumption started going up. 52% of all business is done on a mobile device right now. Today, look at your computer. Think about your iPads, your tablets, your phones. 52% is done on that. You can't watch a commercial today, Ed. I challenge you to watch a commercial about anything, and it doesn't say, check out our mobile app. I bet 80% of the commercial says, don't forget to check us out on our mobile, how we can do. And now what happened this last year? Boom, see the virus took off. And then guess what? Everybody, all the big box stores they were forced to use a mobile device for touchless delivery, touchless pickup, order everything on your what? Your phone. It's in the palm of your hand. Because here's what happens. People, before they buy anything from you, they've looked you up online on several different platforms, checked out your social media things, and searched you through Google. So they know about products already. If they're buying a widget and you're selling one of the widgets that everybody else is selling, they know about the widget and about you. Because people now are so much more educated as a customer. I got tongue-tied there. They're so much more educated as a customer now, Edwin, that they know what's going on. People will listen to you if they like you. They'll buy from you if they trust you. Shuffle gives you the opportunity to build a narrative about you, and you can tell your story. I would much rather have me controlling the narrative about my brand, about my products, about my services. And this right here from this graph really is telling to me, Edwin.
Yeah, Michael. And so here's the call to action today. You were invited here to be able to discover something about Shuffle, and can you pick it up and put it down and use it inside of your business or what you're trying to accomplish? In other words, is this a solution to some of the common problems that you have in your business? I think the answer is an emphatic yes. And if that's the case, I want to leave you with this. It's not who you know. You knew somebody that invited you here today. It's not what you know. You now know more about Shuffle. You see the trends of where it's going. Some of this just validated for things or educated you on some areas. It's what you implement that matters. Not who, not what, but what you implement that matters. That is the game changer. And here's a chance to implement that. You can actually have Shuffle today. So there's the call to action, Michael. If you came on today and you wanted to discover something about Shuffle, as an end user, there it is. We're also going to transition for those that would be interested in what the Shuffle community looks and feels like. We're going to spend the next few minutes transitioning and talking about that. But just know, if you're here today and you just want to pick it up and put it down and implement it, you can do that immediately. There's nothing else you have to do. Get with the person that invited you today, and they will direct you on how you can have Shuffle on your smartphone, on your apps, on your computer today.
Hey, man, and for those of you stuck inside like me, It's a great chance. Download it, play with it. Before you know it, you'll be sending that sucker out. Think about when you give a business card out, Edwin. What happens to your paper business card? Here you go. This is easier to share than a business card. It looks just like a website that you use, which you can put in front of them. And when they look at your product, it taps you on the shoulder. What if it works like a virtual assistant? This is such a powerful thing and a tool that you're able to really mine for business. They're mining for this Bitcoin right now. We're doing some of that stuff. But you can mine for business always and put it right in front of them on their device. Those business cards, a lot of times, I own a dry cleaners. I've sold it now, but I owned it for years. And I pulled a lot of them out of pockets and suit jackets. They don't get too far a lot of times when you pass them out. But what we're going to do now, guys, we're just going to pause for a minute here. That's the product, like Edwin said. And then we'll take a few questions. But we're going to talk about the affiliate program and about what that looks like. And ER, I see that he's there unmuted. He may want to jump in and talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, guys, thanks so much for going through that overview, guys. This is the biggest thing, and this is what excites us so much about Shuffle. Edwin mentioned it. Michael mentioned it. It's about getting in front of your customers where they're at. We live in the digital age, right? Everybody's got one of these in their pocket. They're spending on average about 4 hours a day in front of it. You saw the graph Michael shared. It is just accelerating in mobile commerce. If you are not online right now where your audience is, you're missing out on all of that commerce that is happening. So you have to ask yourself, you either fall into one of two categories. You're one of those businesses that has an online presence, or you're one of the 1 in 3 businesses that isn't even online yet. If you need to get online, Shuffle is the best way to get there. If you're already online, Shuffle's the best way to optimize how you get in front of your audience, what you're sharing with them, and what you're controlling that narrative so that you're meeting them where they are and sharing information. Then with all of those real-time alerts, you're going to be able to engage with those people and have that one-to-one contact and interaction to close more business. And I think, Michael, that's really what helped lead to generating so much new business for you in just one of your ventures. And it can do the same for anybody else on this call.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry about that. There you go. There you are. Yeah, you're exactly right, ER. And now when you talk about the affiliate program, let's transition into that a little bit here. Edwin, as we go through this, we'll spend the next 4 or 5 minutes just talking this through here. But Guy and ER, to tell you, if you guys are brand new, just jumping on here, they are the founders, man, and they're here. And I'll tell you the reason that we align with them. 2 reasons, really. 3 reasons if you look at their experience. They've been in the business over 20 years, immersed in this. They have a paradigm shift in the industry with what they brought is Shuffle, what we just told you about. And what I really align with them, well, Edwin and I do, because we get pitched, Edwin, you know this better than anybody. We get pitched a lot of businesses. A lot of guys want us to get involved. A lot of people want to know us and to invest. I mean, it's been probably hundreds of times a year that people reach out, and we probably get pitched about 50 times a year. Well, this was Kathy bringing us together, just having a conversation. We were doing some training with them, and we love these guys. Their servant mentality and their passion for small businesses, just really to help people. And what that looked like, Edwin, was something that I thought was really cool. And that's one of the reasons that we took an in-depth look opposed to a casual glance. Not about the technology was a home run. We've seen some of those too before, but it's been mismanaged. Are the people that are driving it are a little egocentric, or they can't, that they're just not open for direction. And Guy and ER really were, and they've made a significant investment bringing you and I on and building things like Mindset of a Champion. But before we jump into there, I want you to really just talk a minute about their affiliate program, what affiliate program is in general, and then how theirs is different.
It's really become a trend. Affiliate marketing has been around for more than a decade, all right? But the affiliate programs, when we think about it, what most people know about it is sort of a referral system. I'm using it, I'm going to Target or I'm going to Amazon, and I'm going to introduce it to someone else, and I get a benefit of doing that. Typically, that benefit is a one-time benefit, but it is a transference of information. I get excited about something and I share it with you. All the major companies, all the big brands you see on the screen are doing that now. The beautiful thing about what LFI Shuffle does is we've taken the affiliate program and really just built it out and taken the very best of how you can build an extra revenue stream and get that word of mouth promotion going on. And that's when you think about that, the depth that it goes, which we're going to speak some about what the unique differences are between the Shuffle LFI program and, most importantly, what that can mean to you as an affiliate versus what you're typically aware of, which is usually being compensated just one time, and you're really driving eyeballs. So we'll talk about that. That'll make more sense as we go along. And here's an illustration for that, Michael. We've looked at a lot of these, and what you and I both like, and we'll both speak about this screen here just a bit, is that you're not compensated once, you're not compensated twice, you're not compensated 3 times, through 10 levels. That's person to person to person to person to person. And so you get a incremental amount of what the monthly investment is generated into you by sharing something that you're already using. And when we think about the tip of the iceberg, while we're at the right time, there's still so many people around the world that don't know about Shuffle and LFI yet. So it's a really great time to start sharing the good news, if you will. Michael.
Yeah, Shuffle's in a dozen countries right now. They've got several tens of thousands of users, but there's just in the United States, there's 383 million people. So think about that on perspective, what it can really do. And also think about the power of residual income. I think that's, mailbox money is what you used to call it in our day. Even we're dating ourselves, but it's money while you sleep is what that really looks like. And when you continue to get paid over and over again from that same person over and over again, it really does build substantial amount of money for you. And I'm not talking going out and people that immerse themselves, they did this full time. Of course, they could make pretty good run at it, especially in an 18 to 24 month period. But just think about what would $5,000 a year, $15,000 a year mean to you and your family? What would you be able to do with that without putting a lot of extra work in it? Just having conversations and your natural conversations, what would it do for you? That's what Shuffle does. It's sustainable growth. It lasts. And it's not something that you have to carry a bunch of inventory in your garage. You're not having to always build your team with it. There's so many great things, no product to carry, just a service that actually works in so many different verticals. And not to mention that, this is that graph again, and I just like it so much, the money shot. What you call that when your wife sells these beautiful homes and you go over, the one overlooking the lake? What's that look like? What's that called, Brad?
Yeah, man. That's the closing view, baby.
There you go. That's a good. Let's go with that. That's the closing room, right? So you take them up there, and that's just like life by design. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But what Guy and ER have done that I think is really cool, bringing us in. And when we got together and started talking, it was just a natural alignment. And plus, the product was awesome. These guys have a servant mentality. But this is cool. They have made a big investment in mindset of a champion training. They have a unique community, and I want you to talk to this because I mean it's lonely at the top, brother. When you decide you're gonna run your own business, people work 80 hours so they don't have to work 40, and that's crazy. And we're crazy, but to bring like-minded people together and really learn. And I'm not talking about just in Shuffle. I'm not talking about just in your business, but to grow your life and give you the things you really wanted. The reason we got in the business for the first place, because a lot of people forget that. You get so involved in it, you forget why you got in the business. And so you can make those, dance recitals and those soccer games. You can coach that team for the kids, and you and your wife can take those vacations. Well, we start working and get addicted to the work, and we forget to take a step back. Mindset of a champion in this community, which is growing together. I think that is exactly that's the reason we're here, number one. And we just love the people that are involved because we're so like-minded, because we don't have to work. We work with people we like, right? Now we don't have to go and do things that we don't want to do a lot of times. So go ahead, E.
Discover what you love to do and do them with people that you love, man. That's the golden gift, I tell you. And Michael and I are blessed to be able to do that, and blessed to be able to do it with Michael, with Guy and ER and the community. But Michael said a lot there. Let me just unpackage it just a little bit. First of all, people make decisions based on their reasons, not our reasons for them taking action, typically around their feelings, their motives, and their beliefs. That's why Michael asked the question, what would $5,000 a year, $15,000, $25,000 a year and or month mean to you, right? Because it's about what it would mean to you. For some people, $5,000 extra dollars would mean a lot. Everybody is kind of in love with that idea. We've all heard that idea. Some of us have been involved in direct marketing, things of that nature. But what we don't like about it is sometimes it becomes intrusive. Like, I've got to get other people. It's almost like a cult sometimes, right? You got to carry a lot of inventory. I've got to almost buy my bonuses because I've got to keep a certain level. If you've ever been involved in some of that, you know that's some of what it is. Again, this has none of that. You're really just taking a cutting edge solution, telling other people about it. And as a result of that, when they implement and they share it with others, you get compensated on a monthly basis. It's that simple, right? And then you get to join this community. Here's the added part is It is lonely running a business, especially in a pandemic kind of time. So you're able to come together. We do weekly calls together on Wednesday where we're providing training that helps them become better affiliates, but it's also information that people pay Michael and I tens of thousands of dollars a day to come in and help them inside of their own businesses, your leadership, your culture, how you sell, how do you ask high impact questions, how do you build sustainable relationships, how do you pick up a process that you can utilize in your life and in your business that's going to yield predictable results. Those are all the things that come, and you get all of that by being an affiliate. So again, it's almost, how could you not want to be an affiliate today with that kind of like-minded community, Mike?
You're right, brother. And that right there, what does it cost to be an affiliate? Nothing. So I mean,
Your time, and energy. Yes.
That's right. And I'll promise you, this time's going to pass. Your life, we're in seasons, right? We all go through seasons, and life really comes at us at these little stackable moments. This time's going to pass. What are you going to do with it? I mean, the fact that you can sign up for an affiliate just right off the bat gives you access to the back end and our training and things with Guy and ER. That's gravy, baby. That's some good stuff right there. $10, fill up. While you're filling up, just click the affiliate link and jump in. And thanks a lot, ER and Guy. Edwin, always, man.
Thanks,
I really
guys.
appreciate you taking the time. I know you're super busy, man. And Saturday mornings, I get my day off kind of started right. I get out, get my chores done early. Then I come on in and hang out with you every time, man. I always feel a lot better.